Edmund the General, also known as the brand, coming at you guys again with a little rant. Words hurt. Words hurt. You know, back in the day, they used to say, at least I heard this from my parents. You might have heard it, depending on the generation that you're from. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt me. That was always a lie. Always a lie. People commit suicide for the things that other people say, especially in large groups. If it's just one person that's attacking you, that's bad. Like, if that person really gets to you, like, especially like as a young kid, man, and depending on your mindset, could I call it weak? Could I call it weak? It's hard to say. But people commit suicide. People cause problems. They go out and they do things, extraordinary things. After things are being said, people take things personal, depending on the severity of what was being said. Words are very powerful. They can move you to do things. They could prevent you from doing things. I just seen this thing, this little segment from Poetic Flacco. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. I wasn't necessarily a fan at the beginning of watching his shows. I think I might have seen like 2 minutes, probably 3 minute ones from back in the day. It wasn't interesting to me. I don't know why. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why. Nevertheless, it grew on me. He grew on me. And I just finished watching one of his his videos where he was talking about Charlemagne the God. Now, a lot of us content creators, especially content creators like myself, I'm a super low bottom of the barrel content creator. So I always think that whenever I do my videos, I'm not really talking to anyone but just to myself. And this is what I thought at the beginning stages of doing YouTube. When I first entered into the YouTube world two channels ago, I honestly thought it was something that you would put out and it's like your own personal thing. That was my intention. Like, it's YouTube, so it's all about you, me, just posting things up on a cloud, and the only people that would watch it would just be me. And if I wanted to share with my family, I would send them a link and then they could watch whatever it is that I post up. So my intent was to just show my family, posting up things about like the places that I've been, where we've been, our excursions. If I wanted to vent, and I could vent about my own personal issues. I could be myself in the sense of exposing a few things here and there. That's what I thought when I came to YouTube. So I think one of my first videos I did, it was about my kids, 2 of them. I was told by Cookie, hey, you know what? You should take it down. That's too much exposure. Keep in mind, they were young at the time. They were super young. I think they were about around the ages of 2, 3 years old, probably even a little bit older than that, probably like around 5. We were just in the park, walking around. There's just a lot of us with the little dog. I thought to myself, hey, you know what? This is gonna be cool. And the likes and the views were going up. Too much attention was being brought, and then the comments were being put on. And don't get me wrong, they were positive. It was positive. But then that's when I realized that a lot of people are entering into my life. They're beginning to know who I are, the ins and outs, and transparency in society, especially today, is not a good thing. I want people to understand that transparency is not a good thing at all. You don't want the world to know everything and anything that's going on with you, because they're going to use whatever it is that's going on with you against you. It has not happened to me, but I've seen it happen to others. I've seen it happen. And look, as I'm talking right now, I feel like I'm talking and I'm making this video to myself. In my mind, I'm still that guy that I was before at the beginning stages of YouTube, thinking that nobody's gonna watch this. It's just gonna be me. But it took me a while to understand that over time, people just start to gravitate towards you when they seem to be tuning into the things that you say, depending on what you say. I was always about positivity. My videos have always been about gadgets, family, things of that nature, right? It's always been the two. Then I started to enter a world of interacting with other content creators, and based off of certain things that I didn't like about what they did, I would first tell them, hey, you know what, I disagree with the things that you say. Then I would tell them, hey, I want to make a video about what you just said, if you don't mind. So I would always be checking in to make sure that I have permission to do that and I can use their content. That's what I would do. That's how it was before. That's what I remember it. And that's probably just based off of the content creators and the content that I used to watch, as why the back and forths were not personal. It was educational. It's been educational. I slowly embarked into this world, which and not just me, but others call it the black sector. And I find that I got a rude awakening. The other side, where it's just like dirty. There's no actual back and forth where there's some form of education in being involved. I didn't see it. I didn't feel it. The back and forths were very vengeful, spiteful, disgusting. You got to be conniving. It grew on me in that sense. It grew on me. Where am I heading with this? I saw the Poetic Flacco thing, and he was talking about Charlemagne the God, and he just expressed his feelings as to what he felt, what he's seen, what he's reviewed, and based off of his research, why things will not work out for podcasters or for people from YouTube over at Netflix. In simple terms, nobody wants to go over to Netflix to watch podcasts. Nobody is gonna sit in front. Like, it's not convenient. Like, I don't personally see myself going through a position where I'm gonna download the app on my phone, and then I'm gonna go about my day at work or somewhere, and then just sit there. No, I ain't gonna do that. And Poetic Flacco was right when he was stating that there's no actual community on Netflix, whereas you're not able to make any comments, you're not able to interact personally with the people, you're not able to socialize. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a community-based platform. It's just a matter of you take what we give you. You could choose to watch it or not. That's all. So, me and many others who have grown attached to YouTube and to other platforms, whereas you can interact with each other, you can build friends. I have to use that word loosely because I'm going to be real, man. There are no friends on YouTube. There are no friends on these platforms. The only way that I would say that you would become a friend or have some form of acquaintanceship is if there's some form of real life meetup, phone call, behind the scenes, constant conversations, personal conversations, business. I don't know. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But there's no friends, especially on YouTube. So, Poetic Flacco broke down the metrics and the research that he made to indicate that Netflix was not a smart move for a lot of these other people, these celebrities that decided to jump onto YouTube and do podcasts. Because they were influenced, they saw the impact that people like Hassan Campbell, Matt Hoffa, Zip the Drip, and others are doing here. And they want a piece of the pie. There's nothing else that they can do, right? As in my mind, that's what I'm translating it as. Your rap career is over. The internet has killed the CDs, the DVDs. We are no longer in that age. And you know why I think this is... the transitioning from having the physical copy, I loved the physical copy of the CD. I loved the physical copy of the DVD. There's no way you can manipulate it. There's no way you could change it. AI can't do anything about that. You have it physically. It is what it is when you get that package in your hand. You read the booklet, you go through the pictures, you read the people who are responsible, the composers, the directors, the engineers, the features that were in the song or in the movie. I think they deliberately put this internet and they killed those sources mainly so that the cloud that everything is being uploaded in could be manipulated through AI. Your content could be uploaded and then the blink of an eye could be destroyed. It could be removed. You will no longer exist. You no longer have a footprint on Instagram, on YouTube, on nothing. No platform. You just disappear. So I think that was the intention. So the fact that Poetic Flacco made it clear that for those people who actually decided to go over to Netflix, Jada, Joe Butt, all these people went over there, and that they see that their numbers are dwindling, it has tanked. And because what Flacco said, and he proved it based off of what he was presenting, it hurt his feelings, Charlemagne's feelings. And if you listen to the clips that Puerto Flacco was replaying based off of the sarcasm and the bullshit that they were talking on there, Charlemagne and the other guy, clearly they're hurt. They're hurt. Based off of what Puerto Flacco said, Charlemagne got what, 200 M's for the contract to go on to thing for the Breakfast Club. 200 M's. If you get 200 M's, you go on to Netflix, your numbers are trash. You already got the 200 M's. Would you really care about how it went? I would, because I would want to see that continue. I want to get more contracts. I want to get more. I want to get more and more and more. Right? So to go on to YouTube, which was your home base, I'm talking about the Breakfast Club and the others, for them, especially the Breakfast Club, when they were, from what I understand now, they're posting 2, 3, 4 minute clips. And at the end, somewhere during that segment, they're promoting, come on to Netflix, we got the full thing here. Who's really going to be doing that? Then I heard on that clip that Flacco was pointing out that people are afraid of change. That is correct. Change is something that a lot of us don't want to do. It'll take some time to get used to whatever the change is about to do. Then it'll become the norm. Eventually. Do I see myself ever going over to Netflix to watch podcasts? No. Do I go on Netflix often now? No. I don't. If I'm chilling home with the fams and we want to put on a flick because it's like a family night or whatever, then yeah, sure. Put that on. But there are these other platforms that have all movies, all TV shows, all the seasons, everything. I'm not going to talk about it because if I speak about it, I did this before. I spoke about a platform that had everything when it came to music and shit like that. And now it's shut down. I did this years ago and it's shut down now. 2 of them. So I'm not going to talk about this last one where it has everything. If you want to know what it is, hit me up behind the scenes, yo. But I ain't talking about this one. I love this one. This one, everything and anything from the beginning of time to now when it comes to movies and TV shows. You will not... See, I don't know if you guys know, but whenever you go on Netflix and you type in a certain title of a movie or a show that you want to watch, notice that it's never there. You'll see that it auto-populates. But when you hit that enter button and then you try to see if it's there, it's not there. It's limited. That's why I don't like that much. That's why for Netflix, it's like it's just limited. I don't like being limited to anything. I don't like it. Do you? I don't know. The words hurt. And that segment that Product Flacco show between, I think it's called The Idiot Show or some bullshit like that with Charlemagne and some white guy. Because Product Flacco was putting out that apparently they were talking about him. I find him very cowardly that he wouldn't even bother to say his name. And obviously because he doesn't want to show Product Flacco no light. It's going to give him no light. That's what a lot of us do. We don't want to shed any light to certain people who, I guess you don't want to give them any more popularity than they already have. So words hurt. You know, being on here and then me going back and forth with a few people here and there, it helps you grow a pair. It helps you grow a pair. Or it can actually tear you down depending on how strong-willed or strong-minded that you are. Because you need to be strong-minded. Anything that you post up, anything, You have to always leave room for somebody to come on and drop their criticism on you. You have to have reservations for somebody who's out there who wants to do a video to counter what you have to say. Right now, I'm watching things that I don't know. I'm noticing a change in myself these days, man. Like, I think I'm just tired of the bullshit. I'm having black fatigue. Black fatigue in the sense of like the back and forth bullshit. I don't think I met anyone that I can actually have a decent back and forth with. It's just a side note. But I've been watching shows or videos like, let me see if I can find one right now. Delbert Blair, for example. Delbert Blair and his philosophy about UFOs and his, how he's into physics. Something new for me. I like that. It's like my mind is constantly yearning for knowledge, yearning for positive, for information. I had a conversation today with the fams, and I was asking, okay, we were talking about the day, how school, how things going on, shit like that, and we would always have this battle about what's like a good TV show to watch, or what's a good show, or whatever series that you like to watch. And Attack on Titans was one of the things that they were talking about. And I really couldn't imagine. See, I used to watch it with them, at the beginning stage I would watch a few episodes, and I would find it very fascinating that there's these huge monster beings that are with no explanation at the beginning as to how they come to that point. They're always smiling, they look weird, they're practically naked, but their body parts aren't necessarily showing. They're going around and they're just eating humans. That was the first episode that I saw. They're eating humans. This guy named Aaron is running around the place, and I'm like, God damn, this is pretty crazy. It's intense. And after watching a few videos, started to notice, man, this guy's always crying and complaining, man. I just couldn't take it. Like the main character, I was like, God damn, pull down your skirt, bro. But the kids loved it. I'm like, all right, whatever. I couldn't finish the entire season. I had to stop. So they were saying that Attack on Titans is like the top show, and I'm like, what about Dragon Ball Z, like the series? Like, in my eyes, when it came to Dragon Ball, what I learned from that is, because I watched the entire thing from the beginning, from the original Dragon Ball when he was a child, all the movies, Dragon Ball Super Heroes, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, all the way to the very end. And my thing is, what I got, and I told them, I'm like, this is the reason why I like Dragon Ball. It starts off with innocence, being naive, entering into a world of the unknown, and along the way encountering people, strangers, and potentially becoming friends, doing good to others. This is what I'm gathering from Dragon Ball, okay? From Dragon Ball, the entire season, especially Dragon Ball Z. This is what I gathered. You're meeting new people. You're giving your enemies at that time a chance to become actually a friend, an ally, showing mercy, doing good, trying to do your best to do good. Always have pure thoughts, because remember, Goku would not be able to go on Olympus, on the cloud, if his mind wasn't pure. Having a pure mind, always doing good, working out hard, training your body. Remember, your body's a temple, so being always working out, being healthy, eating the right food, making sure that you putting that fuel into your tank, right? Doing good unto others, always having positive energy, never giving, always giving your all, willing to die for what you believe in, giving people chances. Don't be stupid, though. You should be able to differentiate, right? Goku learned that when it came to Frieza, when he gave Frieza a chance at that moment on Piccolo's planet. I forgot what it is, man. What is Piccolo's planet's name?
Piccolo's home planet is
Namek. Namek. Planet Namek. Should have killed him. You learned that in Dragon Ball Z. But Goku is such a good man that he gave all of his enemies a chance. All of them. All of them. Piccolo, Tien, even Cell, like everyone. Anyways, I was breaking all that down. He's even talking about, like, you know, the fact that Attack on Titan doesn't have all these things. And then we'll be arguing, all of us will be arguing back and forth about what's better. Then we'll introduce, you know, the better graphics like Cyberpunk. And I gotta admit, Cyberpunk is actually pretty interesting. Pretty good show so far. I think I'm at the part where the main character, that huge guy with the arm, I think he's dead. So I think he gets surgery and he gets his arm. I think I'm at that part right now. I haven't been able to watch anything these days. Probably I should be using that time that I'm doing videos to probably watch something. Yeah. But words hurt. Words hurt. They're hurt enough to do shootings, mass shootings, trench coat shootings, abortion, suicide, hurting other people. Like words hurt. Charlemagne got hurt today by Poetic Flacco, at least as far as I understood based off of that video I watched. You gotta be strong when you're on these YouTube streets. You gotta be strong in real life whenever you come across people who are trying to bully you or trying to talk shit about you or talk about you, period. You gotta be strong. Back in the day, people used to get stomped down for stuff like that, for talking out of character. People still do. People still get gunned down too. But hey, you know what? I'm just ranting. I'm all over the place, clearly. But I think I'm done ranting. I think I said what I wanted to say. I think I'm done. Check out that new song it's not even new anymore. It's not even new anymore. Check out that track I did called Jamila. Check out the other one, Industry Sacrifice Season. Check out that new album I put out, Wonder About Edmund DaGeneral. I literally finished an album, as in like writing it down. I got all the song, all the beats. I did all the. I just gotta record them. I just gotta find time, and I think this time I think I might do it professionally, maybe, or I might just do it from home, but with an actual mic and board. Gotta wipe the dust off of both of them because it's been a long time. It's been a long time. But I'm gonna drop another album soon. I'm getting old. I'm gonna leave something else. That'll be it for me. Maybe that'll be it. But I'm done. Edmund DaGeneral signing out. Peace.